Kīlauea volcano on Hawaii's Big Island has always been a showman, hurling fountains of lava skyward and smothering the landscape with fresh black flows. But now volcanologists are asking, is something far deeper happening? Could the volcano's majestic eruptions be accompanied by its very flanks tearing apart? Recent observations suggest yes. Kīlauea is not just erupting, it is also being torn open by a hidden fault system. What is causing this dramatic ground splitting, and how does it change our picture of volcanic risk? Geologists recently stood beside a sheer cliff of broken rock along a road in Hawaiʻi Volcanoes National Park. On one side of this fault scarp, young lava flows tower nearly 30 feet, about 10 meters, above older pahoho flows on the downhill side. A jumble of boulders and rubble litters the toe of the slope, where repeated jolts have shredded the ground. This drop in elevation is not just a surface crack. It marks a major normal fault in Kīlauea's Koae fault system, a network of fractures running along the volcano's south flank. Why does Kīlauea's side suddenly slump away like this? The answer lies in its anatomy. Hawaiian shield volcanoes, such as Kīlauea, are built on a soft sedimentary base overlain by layers of lava and submarine pillow flows. To the south and west, the volcano flanks directly into the Pacific Ocean, offering little support. Imagine a stack of pancakes teetering at the edge of the table. Gravity constantly pulls the stack toward the abyss. In Kīlauea's case, the entire southern flank slowly rafts seaward on this weak foundation. As the flank slides, the rock stretches and breaks. Geologists describe the Koae fault system as a tear-away zone that accommodates this motion. It links the rift zones below the summit, both the East Rift and Southwest Rift, and acts as the southern boundary of those magma conduits. Essentially, whenever magma pushes into the rifts or the volcano inflates, stress can migrate into the Koae zone, forcing the land to crack. In the words of a seminal geological report, continued diking in the rift generates stresses that eventually open the Koae faults. The faults strike roughly east-northeast, showing up on the surface as sinuous scarps that, for the most part, face northward, meaning the downhill block moved down relative to the uphill block. Field measurements have confirmed just how active this system is. Instruments set up along the fault record that in an average year, the Koae zone, about 3 kilometers or roughly 2 miles across, widens by around 1.5 centimeters, about half an inch. Most of that creep is spread across many cracks, each moving only a few millimeters. But that slow creep masks the drama. During major earthquakes, the faults can jerk dramatically. In 2018, for example, sudden offsets of tens of centimeters were measured. One scarp segment surged by about 16 inches, roughly 40 centimeters, in a single event. That event split a road at the Kūlauea campground and left a new cliff in its place, a stark reminder that Kīlauea's flank slips mostly in bursts, not a smooth glide. What triggers those slips? Part of the answer is simple gravity. Once enough mass has accumulated or a small shake occurs, the rock fails. But interestingly, the trigger often comes from Kilauea's own eruptions and earthquakes. United States Geological Survey geologists observed that the Koae scarps moved significantly during the start of the 2018 eruption, which was accompanied by over 60,000 earthquakes. They note that these fault cliffs slip during major earthquakes near Kilauea. In 2018, the volcano's south flank experienced a swarm of quakes, culminating in a magnitude 5.3 event. That seismic burst collapsed the summit and opened multiple fissures. Almost simultaneously, faults on the flank gaped and slipped, as if the mountain's interior plumbing was connected to its outer shell. After 2018, careful levelling surveys revealed something telling. The rate of movement along the Koae faults quickly relaxed back to a slow pace. In other words, most of the long-term offset in the cliffs comes from big jolts, not continuous slip. The scars we see from 50-foot offsets of ancient lava flows about 15 metres on Hilina Pali, the high sea cliff, to the narrow grabens we walk across today, were built mainly by past earthquakes. In quiet years, the faults open only minutely, but when the volcano rumples or an earthquake cracks the flank, each rupture can open them wider and pile up debris at the base. These existing faults have proven efficient earth movers. They dominate the motion instead of forming new cracks. Another vital clue comes from the Kīlauea eruptions themselves, the spectacular lava fountains making headlines. Take episode 41 on January 24, 2026. Geologists scrambled as twin vents at the summit blasted lava 500 metres, about 1,640 feet, into the sky. All around the caldera, fine ash and glowing chunks rained down, tephra fallout covering parking lots and even reaching the town a mile away, about 1.6 kilometres. Yet, as impressive as the eruption was, the lava flows stayed safely inside the crater. Behind the scenes, seismic monitors recorded how these eruptions link to ground deformation. In episode 41, instruments picked up summit inflation beforehand, then a sharp deflation once the eruption began, signalling that magma was draining out. This inflation and deflation cycle is part of Kīlauea's normal eruptive pulse. But beneath the summit, many miles down into the ground, tens of kilometres below the surface, the same pressure changes ripple through the entire edifice. When a major dike propagates, as happened in 2018, it not only leads to surface fissures, but shifts stress throughout the crust. This interplay between magma and faulting is not unique to Kīlauea. Around the globe, large earthquakes and volcanic eruptions often occur in tandem, hinting at dynamic triggering effects. Scientists have documented cases where an earthquake seems to coax a volcano into eruption. For example, after the colossal magnitude 9.5 quake in Chile in 1960, the largest ever recorded, several nearby volcanoes awoke from dormancy. As one expert put it, the quake changed the stress in Earth's crust, which may have made it easier for magma to rise. In more recent days, this pattern repeats. In July 2025, a magnitude 8.8 earthquake off Kamchatka in Russia shook the Ring of Fire. Within a day, 6 volcanoes in Kamchatka began erupting. Some were already simmering, but one, the Krasheninnikov volcano, had not erupted in about 500 years. Its sudden awakening, just after the quake, led one scientist to conclude it was very likely that strong seismic waves perturbed its magma system and triggered the blast. Last summer offers another striking example. In August 2024, a magnitude 7.0 quake offshore Kamchatka was soon followed by an eruption of the Shiveluch volcano. Eyewitnesses reported Shiveluch belching ash into the sky mere minutes after the quake's tremors died down. Although formal studies on that specific sequence are pending, it adds to a global pattern. Quakes can act like a jolt to a tense volcanic system, sometimes bringing it to the edge of eruption. The mechanism is complex. It might be a rapid stress change opening fractures, or shaking that mobilizes magma and gases. But the coincidence in timing is hard to ignore. Sometimes the trigger can be quite subtle. A recent study on the cataclysmic 2022 eruption of Tonga's Hunga Tonga volcano found a telltale precursor. About 15 minutes before the massive blast, a seismic surface wave was detected 750 kilometers away, about 465 miles. Researchers propose that wave came from a tiny fracture beneath the volcano's crater, letting seawater rush into the magma chamber and mixing explosively. This silent precursor may have effectively lit the fuse. It shows that even ocean basin seismic waves can prime a volcano to blow. Back in Hawaii, might a seismic disturbance tip Kīlauea's activity? It is possible, and monitoring is key. So far, the current eruption looks much like the many eruptions that preceded it. The plumbing system appears unchanged. Lava is feeding the vents from deep in the summit reservoir, just as before. The recent quake rates have mostly settled back to normal. United States Geological Survey scientists note that so far there is no clear sign the Koae faults have altered the eruption style. That may be because this episode's magma rise has been entirely within the caldera. But researchers are alert to any hints otherwise. In 2023, a swarm of small earthquakes shook Hawaii under the volcano's southern flank, a reminder that the Koae faults are alive with microquakes even when the surface looks calm. Could such tremors change the magma pathways? Possibly. In other volcanic systems, we have seen that a jolt at the right place and time can redirect a dike or alter an eruptive vent. For Kīlauea, the concern is two-way. Eruptions might trigger shifts on the flank, and flank quakes could change how and where magma migrates. Thankfully, the Koae fractures tend to accommodate motion by reusing existing cracks. Even in the large 2018 episode, very few new fault lines formed. Instead, activity focused on enlarging the old ones. That suggests a persistent behaviour. The well-worn faults keep slipping rather than forging fresh splits. Meanwhile, most eruptive energy still heads skyward as fountains and flows, rather than splitting off into a megaslide, at least for now. Geologists warn that this could eventually change. Over geological time, a large portion of Kīlauea's southern flank, the so-called Hilina slump, could detach and plunge into the sea. Past landslides from Kīlauea have been enormous, leaving debris fields thousands of feet thick, hundreds of meters thick, along the flank. The Koae fault system may be one day eroding the last ties holding the summit to its base. If a massive collapse were to occur, it could produce a towering tsunami. Such catastrophic scenarios are the stuff of worst-case modelling, not imminent reality. But every centimetre of movement along these faults is a reminder that gravity is patiently at work. For now, volcano watchers can appreciate the dramatic show of episode 41, the huge twin lava fountains and billowing ash, without undue alarm. The Hawaii Volcano Observatory keeps the public informed with live feeds and reports. What we see in the cameras is only half the story. Behind the eruption's fiery spectacle, geophysicists are carefully tracking the Earth's pulses. The inflation of the summit, the surge of tremor, and the groans of the slipping flank. Each dataset adds a piece to the puzzle. Kīlauea is not just an erupting volcano. It is a mobile mountain whose innards and flanks respond to forces both big and small. In the end, understanding Kīlauea's current behaviour means connecting the dots. Linking lava fountains to fault slip, summit deflation to flank movement. This detective work helps answer those urgent questions from the hook. Yes, Kīlauea is showing signs of splitting open, even as it erupts. And no, it is not science fiction. It is geology. As one United States Geological Survey volcanologist puts it, motions along the Koae faults are very sensitively tied to what happens elsewhere on the volcano. In other words, when Kīlauea rumbles, both lava and bedrock pay attention. The summit's eruptions and the flank's slides are chapters of the same story, the restless unfolding of a volcanic giant. Scientists will keep watching, armed with seismometers, tilt meters, and a deep understanding of rock mechanics. For the public, it is a reminder that volcanoes are dynamic systems. Not just cones spewing lava, but complex machines where earthquakes, magma and gravity constantly interact. Kīlauea's latest performance is spectacular, its fountains reaching sky high, yet its tectonic subplot is just as important. By unravelling the clues in those fault scarps and tremor patterns, volcanologists aim to forecast what might come next. Will the eruptions simply continue, as has become routine? Or could a future quake finally rattle loose a much larger piece of the volcano? Only time and careful science will tell. Till then, on Hawaiʻi Island, the red glow of lava and the crack of the earth go hand in hand, each signalling that our understanding must evolve. Kīlauea is teaching us a new lesson. It is not just a fire-breathing mountain, but also a sliding one. Like, share, subscribe, and tap that hype icon. Give it the volcanic nudge it deserves from a safe distance, please. Send this video flowing farther than cooled pahoho. Like for love, share to unleash a chain reaction. Subscribe for more molten mayhem, and hype it so even the rocks get jealous. Mahalo. Now go make this eruption go viral. The harmless internet kind.